WRLA, you on the air. Hello, is this Missy?
Yes, this is me.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great, and you?
Perfect, great timing, great to hear your voice. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know, first of all, you have had a lot going on, and thank you for making time to be on the show today. And God is good to make it happen, but I know we've had a lot going on just to get this interview in motion. And thank you. I want to just sincerely say thank you, thank you, thank you. And you know I had to get you back on because people want to know about your journey. But before we go into that, let me share with the people about who MissyN is. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know, she is MissyN, born as Laura Noel. And she is a Canadian inspirational R&B and soul singer, songwriter, and musician. Yes, she does it all. She made her debut in 2010 with the release of her first recorded single, Believe. And we heard that the last time she was in the studio with us. It is an inspirational song encouraging all to rise up in the midst of any circumstances they may face in life. 2013 has been and is a very defining year in her life as she is bringing a new sound, image, and fresh message through her upcoming album project, which will be released in the new year. She is also a motivational speaker and recognized for her numerous inspirational quotes. Her passion is revealed through her songs and writing, and that is to see others reach their full potential and live a life with no limitation. I love you for that because she always tells me, no limitation, ain't no limits. Stay tuned as her new single, Unstoppable, will soon be available on iTunes. And I open up with your quote, impossibilities are nothing but an illusion. Believe in yourself, rise up, and be the best you can be. For giving up is not an option. MissyN. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome MissyN to Real Talk with Loretta Rose, live here on WRLA. Thank you so much. I love you, girl. What's going on? What's going on?
Well, I really appreciate the invitation. Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited.
She is, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't met her, when you meet her, your life will not be the same. You carry that type of presence. You are so genuine. Ever since the first time I ever met her, that's how she's been. And I appreciate you. So tell me about this Unstoppable. Unstoppable. That's another single that you have coming out?
Yes, it is coming out. We've been working very hard in the studio for the past couple months, and we're just revamping that song early next year. And we have the goal to release that song by February and March. And so this song, it's just a good expression of who I am and who I believe that I am. Because, you face different things in life and different challenges. And for me, this song means, circumstances may come, people may try to stop me, but I'm unstoppable. Nothing's going to stop me because I'm focused on the goal, and I know that, God will make me through, He will allow me to make it through, so, yeah.
Yes, and you are that. You really are. And I just, you always, and another thing about you, Missy, is that you are very sensitive and very discerning because you will reach out to me like the right time. But it's because you are sensitive and you always asking God for his guidance and timing. And I know there are going to be so many more great things ahead. And let me tell you what some of the listener had asked about your journey. We got to get right straight to it. That 365-day journey that you went on. Please, first of all, tell us what prompted you to do it? Give us a bit of your process, and then you know what the people want to know. Now, the people want to know the real deal. What was your... Now, I know you didn't do it for an outcome, but honey, you got an amazing outcome out of it. Because I'm telling you, it takes some discipline to do that. And I know we always say, you know, it's a lifestyle, but it takes some serious discipline to do what she did. Share with those that don't know, because more people are hearing it now. What prompted you to do and what you did?
Okay, well, definitely it takes discipline to do that for real. What prompted me to do it, in all honesty, for a couple months I was just going through a lot of, you know, different changes in my life. There was a lot of chaotic situations, and I just wanted to clear up my mind and just leave everything aside and really just refocus. So, and I had that desire to draw closer to God, that desire to understand and really put every one of my projects and everything that I do, so just to make sure that everything that I do is heading towards the right direction. So I decided to go on a 1-year Daniel fast, and, you know, just so I can just remove the clutter, you know, because it's not just about the physical and the eating and the physical, it was as well in the spiritual realm, in my mind, like removing the clutter, the garbage, detoxing my mind, and really hear clearly. So that was really what prompted me to do this, and it's been an amazing journey from start to finish.
And you know, many of us, if we could just do a mind detoxification, oh my God, can you imagine what that would do? You know, because
for real,
because so many of us have so much negativityness that is just infiltrated in our minds, which hinders all the great things that God wants to take place in our life. But that's why he said we should renew our minds. But it is so much, that is a powerful tool. So I remember you calling and you shared it. You did you had a page on Facebook about the 365-day, and you encourage others to follow you, you know, to do it if God led them to do it as well. And you just were just so, you, not only that, she wasn't only praying for God direction and what he wanted to speak to her concerning her life and his plan for her life, but she was praying for others. Because I remember you calling me, because at one time I was challenged physically, and wow, I mean, that girl called me, and when she heard that I was challenged physically, and she was like, she told me, she was like, we're going back to the basic. This is what God's word say, and I'm telling you, it's power. God, he gave us his word because he knew that we were going to encounter the things that we encounter. So his plan is in his word, and she will always just say, hey, she was reverting me back to the word, and keeping it real. Now, this is real talk. People can act like they got it together all the time, but sometimes when you're going through something, you just need someone to like remind you, okay, you're gonna get through this. It's workable.
That's right.
And
exactly.
this is the plan right here. But sometimes your vision can get clouded because of what's around you, what you're hearing, what you're seeing. What you're seeing may not align up to what you're believing at that moment. But that's when you got to really rely on what's deep within you and move forward in that. And that's what she will always do. And not only she reached out to me, she reached out to so many others, but it was like you were on a 365-day mission.
Yes.
And you shared with me some things that God manifests, and I wouldn't dare share it because it is so amazing, but it was a great inspiration to see that, okay, hey, God, he instructed that for you to do, and I know what you said you were believing God to do and what you was believing for in your life. And I see his manifestation has taken place. And so I wanted people to hear, because it is just being obedient to what you've been called to do. That's how you experience your full destiny, not what someone else called you to do. See, there's a difference.
Yes. Oh, yes.
There's a difference. And that's where we get messed up and confused and all tangled up, because of confusing man with God.
Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. And I mean, and here's the deal. Like, I'm just gonna go back to like one thing that you said about the page that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, like the first time around, I made it private with just like a selected amount of people that I approached about the Daniel fast.
Mm-hmm.
And I had the desire to do it for the year with me. But the next time around, because I do believe the next time is coming,
mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking of doing it more publicly, so whoever, wherever they live or they are, that wants to do it and want to know how to do it, and want to be inspired day by day, I really want to do it like in a more, like in a larger scale this time.
Mm-hmm.
Especially that I experienced it and now I know. I know what it is and what it takes and
mm-hmm.
everything. So, yes. But then, go ahead.
Go ahead, Laura. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, okay, I was just going to change the subject. So, I would just say, like, when you said, that what we see may not always line up with what we believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so true, because sometimes we may be in a situation and everything seems so dark that, but we cannot allow our confession, or we cannot even allow our mind to actually believe that everything's going to be always dark, or why am I always going through this, or why this and why that, because whatever you speak, you create. So it's very important that we always remember, okay, what is the word saying? Who are we? And that's why it's important for people to know who they are, their value, their worth, and that will make a huge difference in how things going to change in their lives. And if you don't like something in your life, just change it. You can change it by the way you speak, by the way you think, by being grateful for the little things in your life. And it just changes everything.
I love that. You say whatever you speak, you create. Oh my God, girl, that, Lord Jesus. I just had a moment when you said that. That is so true. That is so true. The power of that right there in your tongue. Oh my God, that is beautiful. That is so amazing. That's so true. Whatever you speak, you create. That is so true. And I'm gonna go back to when you were talking, when you were doing the Daniel fast. And just to be transparent, I at the time, Lauren, Missy, I call her Lauren because she's like my daughter too. She's like my daughter too, and I just love her. Me and Mark just love her so much. But at the time, I had found out I had an ulcer, I had a hernia, and I had acid reflux. All of that at the same time. And so she invited me to do the fast, and when when I got sick, and she was telling me, about, this is a challenge, but I'm going to be healed and this and that. And so I was going to the doctor, and they found out what it was, because everything that I was eating was irritating my stomach, burning my stomach. And come to find out, ibuprofen is really, really just, and she did research on everything too for me. Come to find out, that was just really bad. I mean, it messed up the lining of my stomach. And I thought I was doing something good by taking ibuprofen, but that's not good for your stomach. So not only that, got an ulcer. I had a hernia going on. They call it a hiatal hernia. And acid reflux, all going on at the same time. I mean, I was challenged with my stomach. So she told me about this, and she would email me a plan to eat. And I was like, oh my God. And then when the doctor, they changed my medicine, and they were telling me to try this. But what I did, I stuck to what she said to do. And she is so gracious. She not only that, she took pictures of her meals to encourage others that you too can do this. But I tell you, I felt so much better. And come to find out, had a guest on the show was talking about even the way you were eating, how healthy it was, and that's the way God designed for us to eat. And it was such a great thing that came out of it. And let me tell you, I'm here to tell you today, my body has been healed of an ulcer, of that hurt. Let me tell you, 6 months later, went back to the doctor. The doctor went to take tests again. They did not see a hernia. They did not see no acid reflux. They did not see no ulcer. All of it was gone. The doctor said, I guess you got one of those unexpected miracles. What?
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. And she was telling me, she said, when you go, you guys, she has that accent, as you can hear. But man, when that young lady started praying, she sounded like an American. And I was like, oh my God, she is mad. She is praying straight from her heart, like she was praying for herself. And me and Mark, when I went in, because of course they had to put me to sleep to do everything, and he was like, she is the real deal. She is the real deal. And she rejoiced with me in my praise report. And that's why I want to share it with people, because, you know, there is an answer to a solution to whatever your problem, whatever you're dealing with in life. There is a solution. And so I just want to thank you, and I'm trying to maintain that. And because she always said, you can do it, you can do it. And I'm trying to maintain that lifestyle. I really am. But again, thank God, I've been healed. It is gone. Wow. It is gone. So I appreciate you.
The Daniel fast has a lot of health benefits. Mm-hmm. A whole lot of how people have been healed from diabetes and cancer and all kind of stuff. So on the physical realm, like it does a lot, like it works miracles. I'm not sure if the listeners know exactly what the Daniel fast is or what it implies, like what it is. Do you mind if I go like a
Sure.
different thing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so the Daniel fast is really focused on eating only fruits, all kind of fruits and vegetables. And you're allowed to have legumes such as beans and stuff like that. And you're allowed to have grains as well. So brown rice, quinoa, oatmeal, like anything that's like, but it has to be natural. You're not allowed any sweeteners. So no honey, nothing that has like added sugar. You're not allowed.
I'm glad you said that, because you know me, I want to push honey on everything.
You're not allowed any dairy whatsoever. No dairy at all. No cheese. That was one of
that was my
weakness. Like, oh my God, I love my cheese, but there is no cheese. Not allowed. So anything that was processed, anything that was not natural, you're just not allowed to have it. Mm-hmm. You can have spices and stuff, but I was very picky. So even my spices, I would go to the store and read it to make sure that, because I find that some spices have sugar in it. So that's why you have to read it. Mm-hmm. Some spices as well, they have, like, example, the grease of chicken or the grease of an animal. You're not supposed to have it. And then the food that you eat cannot be deep fried. So it's a very healthy path, to go into. So, and honestly, one thing that I can highlight, I had so much more energy, and I was like the happiest I could be. Honestly, I was so happy. I felt so free, and I know, like, I wasn't going, like, eating out a lot, but when I would, just for the sake of socializing, I would go and get a salad, no dressing or stuff like that. But at the end of the dinner, everybody was kind of like, like when you eat too much or when your food is too heavy, you feel a little bit sleepy.
Yes.
Or,
sluggish.
And here I was with so much more energy, just like, hey, what's next, So, yeah, it felt amazing. It felt amazing.
That is. So I wanted you to share that. And tell us what's the latest now. Let's get to your music. First of all, you tell us what's the latest with your music. Let's go there first. The latest
So
with music.
with the music right now, this year, 2013, was really focused on getting this album together. Yes, I know, like, I kept on saying, okay, well, maybe this fall is going to come out or whatever. And then my producer was like, okay, stop saying all that. I know you're excited. Let's just get to the roots of this. Like, let's just get it perfect. Every song is written, every music created, so that we can really launch it properly. So this year, the main focus that I had for, MissyN was really studio time, writing. So I've been writing a whole lot. We've been recording, working on the music. I had a couple shows here and there, especially out in Montreal. So that was amazing. It was great to, just reconnect with the public, enjoy it, love it, And but next year is going to be a very crucial year because 2014 is the year of the release of the album. When we get closer to the date, it's going to be released, on the website, my Facebook pages and stuff. And then next year as well, there's going to be a listening party. And, I've already been invited to a couple events to open for some artists and stuff like that. And so this is what's going on. So next year is going to be the year.
Awesome. I love that. I love that. And the song, Believe. I'm going to play that so people can hear it. And let us know what place did Believe come from? And how were you, inspired to write the song Believe? Because it's such a beautiful message. And a lot of people, your English is great. Your English is great. Because a lot of people were like, they couldn't believe that you were from Canada. Because when they listen to your song, you don't hear that accent. You did very well. I'm so proud of you.
Well, that was a lot of work.
I know, but honey, you are doing great. You are doing great. I'm so proud of you. And are you still a flight attendant also?
Well, right now, I'm not flying with the company for now. It's just temporary.
Okay.
But,
that's okay.
Yeah. So right now, my focus is really MissyN.
Yes, because she's flying everywhere, and she was showing her pictures on Facebook, and I'm like, girl, enjoy. But see, the thing is, God was taking her in those different places. It was all lining up. It was all lining up to destiny, all lining up. So tell us again about Believe, and then we're going to play it.
Okay, sounds good. Believe was written in 2010. It was actually a night. We had a special event going on at the church that I was attending at the time in Ottawa. And I remember that I was asked to sing a song. And obviously, so I was like, okay, all excited. And, so I was preparing myself for that. And the day of the event, I was getting ready to go and stuff. I was told, oh no, you're not singing anymore. Like they was, because they asked me to sing, thinking that group that was more known, wasn't going to sing. But finally, the singing, they didn't need me anymore. So it was, I felt kind of like rejected or pushed away, and I was just like, oh wow, I'm not good enough, like that's what they're kind of telling me in a way, right? Like we don't know you like that.
And we all can identify with that. Everybody can
support us. Exactly. So and they were like, let's just support the people that we know. So like not really giving me that chance. But anyways, I didn't let that stop me. When I got home that night, I just, I spoke to them and I said, Lord, I'm not going to let this affect me. And that was actually from the night before. And the night before the event that I was told, and I don't know, that morning I woke up, and that was the morning of the event. And I don't know, I just had in my heart to still, prepare myself to see peace, and I was just in that place of it's okay. It's okay. And belief just came to me naturally. I was reflecting and I was just, talking to God. And that song came, you feel a press on every side. Life brought you down. You feel like there's no more exist. Like you feel like nobody's going to be there for you. What shall you do? Are you going to just stay in self-pity? Are you just gonna, lie there and be like, poor me, or you're just gonna believe that, God has your destiny in His hands. So whatever God has for you is still for you, whether it comes from this venue or another one. And that song just came to me. It was just actually ministering to me at the same time. And to be honest, that song was written in 5 minutes. It just came, and the melody came at the same time. I was just writing and writing and writing. And I looked back and I was like, look at God.
Wow. I like that. Now we're going to let the people get ready to hear Believe by MissyN. And she wrote this song. So let this be an inspiration to you as well. I'm going to get ready to play it.
Do you hear the sound of victory? We have authority to defeat the enemy. Do you hear the sound of victory? We have authority to defeat the enemy. You feel oppressed on every side. Life brought you down. You cannot see your way out. What shall you do? Depression wants to siege in you. Say it's done, I won't make it. But you want a dream. Confusion all around. Rise up, lift your head up high. Your destiny is in your Savior's hand. Believe. Rise up, lift your head up high. Your destiny is in your Savior's hand. Believe. Now it's up to you to choose. Will you put your trust in God? If you focus on the cross, circumstances are subdued. Stop self-pitying yourself. Put on the armor of God. It's your time, it's your hour. Rise up, lift your head up high. Your destiny is in your Savior's hand. Believe. Rise
Oh, wow. I love that. Is that going to be on the new one? The new album, too?
Yes, it will, but it's going to be a revised version of it.
Oh, wow. I love that. I love that. Believe. Oh, my God. You will not believe the lies, but you're going to believe what he said concerning you. I love that. And people need to hear that. People need to know that. I mean, you know, we hear, but do you know it? There's a difference.
Exactly. you know, I want to share this with you. I remember at one point when that song came out, and I was asking myself, okay, well, I love this song, and I know it speaks to me, but as long as I can reach at least one person, then I've done my job. And I remember there was that person sent me a message on Facebook, and she said, thank you so much for your song. I love it. I've been going through epileptic crisis, and listening to your song has been such an empowerment for me. I follow everything that you do, and even your quotes that you post, they bring life to my life. And I was like, wow. You know, you never know who you're going to impact with what you do.
Now, see, that was like one of those rainbows, you know. I love what Maya Angelou always talk about. You look for that rainbow in the clouds. But that was that burst of sunshine and that rainbow to let you know, okay, you've done what you're supposed to do. It touched that heart, and you don't know. I mean, I'm sure you've changed that person's life, and that needed to be changed, and I'm sure it's many others. Some people are shy, and I've learned that by being on the radio. Some people are shy about telling you, you know, or reaching out to you, but you know why? That rejection, when you were just talking about that before the song Believe, that right there can handicap people. Just the thought of it, not knowing, you know, feeling like I don't know how well I'll be received or what they would think, you know, of me because I feel this way or I'm this way or I think this way. We all are different. All of our gifts and talents are different. It wasn't intended for us all to be the same. That's why we've been uniquely created and made, because we're different. And that's where people miss it when they're trying to emulate someone else. But just be you. Be you. And during that place of rejection, it positioned you in a place where God could give you something that will minister to not only yourself, but to others. Because some people just can't put a voice to what's happening. But that's where people like you, your gifts with writing. God gave you a song out of a situation that you experienced. Do you know how many people deal with this every day, but they don't even know how to voice it. They don't know how to articulate what is happening in their life. But thank God that you just didn't crumble up and like gave up, because that's where a lot of people miss it too. They give up. They just give up because of that one experience. Don't let that one experience stop you from living. Because that's what a lot of people do.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Don't let it stop you from living. Just that one. And
that is powerful.
I'm serious, because a lot of times that's what we do, you know. And I'm pretty sure that was a very, very touchy experience that you had went through, but God got the glory. He got all the glory. And I love Believe. That song it's just beautiful. I love it. It speaks life. Yes, it speaks life. You know, it speaks. You know, don't believe in what someone else think of you. They are not your creator. They do not know your plan. They do not know what you have been destined to do. You know, it's just their point of view of you. It's their point of view, but it's not the truth. It's not.
You know what?
Yes.
You know that one thing you said, you know, don't let that one situation, you know, stop you. I remember a quote that I read that says, giving up on your goal because of one setback is like slashing your other 3 tires because you got one flat.
That's good. That's true.
Because a lot of people, that's what they do. They get one disappointment and they're like, okay, you know what, I give up. I'm not good at this. It's not going to work. when, your blessing was right around the corner.
Right around the corner. Right around the corner.
One more mile.
Yeah, exactly. Right around the corner. Wow. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come right back. It's probably going to be about a minute, and then we're going to come back, and I would like for your inspirational sayings and something that you would like to close out with the listeners. Okay? You're listening. Just hold on for just a moment. You're listening to Real Talk with Loretta Rose here on WRLA. We'll be back right after this.
Do you ever wonder what a movie, TV show, or commercial would sound like without music? Like this. It's the same with your next party or event. Call Mark Rose DJ to add that special touch to set the mood and provide background music. Mark Rose DJ for weddings, reunions, dances, youth activities, a great send-off, or welcome home occasions. Call today to book Mark Rose DJ 706-570-1292, or your party will sound like this.
Let's give it up for DJ Mark Rose, our sponsor here on Real Talk with Loretta Rose. Thank you. And also happens to be my lovely husband. Thank you so much. You're tuned in to Real Talk with Loretta Rose here on WRLA. Also, we're online at WTRP-WRLA.com and Radio Loyalty/WRLA. All right, we're going to get ready to close out with our guest, MissyN, all the way from Canada. Are you there, Missy?
Yes.
All right. I just love you. Thank you so much. You make, what I love about you, every time I talk to you, every time I'm around you, and we haven't seen each other in a while now,
Yeah.
you just uplift me. And that's what we should do. I was trying to teach my daughter this, that when my daughter and my son is a little young to get it right now, but my daughter, she's getting it. You want to possess something within yourself that when people come in contact with you, they feel better. They're uplifted. When people feel bad and down, discouraged, when they come in your present, this is a real talk moment, okay? Check yourself. Because a lot of time people are trying to put what's going on with them on somebody else. It can't be everybody. I just got to say that. Just keeping it real. It can't be everybody, because I talked to this gentleman, and he was saying, putting the blame on everybody doing something. At some point, you got to check and say, okay, what can I do to change and make me better?
Exactly.
That's always, a self-examination is always a good routine. A self-examination. So I'm trying to teach my daughter that when you come in contact with people, you want to possess something that they're happy, they look forward to seeing you again. But that's what you give, Laura, everywhere that you go. In your music, that's what you put out. That's what, that's who you are. That's just who you are. I remember when we first met you, that's just who you were. You didn't even know us. But you came for our daughter's wedding. You came all the way from Canada to come and support her. And when we were introduced to you, I was like, it's something about her. She is so sweet. She is just the sweetest thing. And you have just been the same. And then when we got a chance to spend time with you, that's just who you are. That is exactly who you are. So, and I'm grateful to God that you're sharing your gift. We all have that something too. And people just got to find out and tap into that, because we all have something, that is a blessing and an encouragement to others. But I appreciate you, and I encourage you to continue to move forward like you're doing, because your future is truly amazing. And I know it's beyond what your mind has ever fathomed, because I know you got faith and you believe, but it's going to, you're going to be rewarded so great, because people don't even know a third of who you really are. That's why I say I encourage people to hear your music, meet you, see you in action. You are just a jewel. You are a blessing, and I appreciate you.
Oh, thank you so much, Loretta. I love you too. You know, one thing I wanted to say, as you were saying how we met and everything, like-minded people are attracted to each other.
I never thought about it that way.
Well, I felt the exact same way about you and Mark. When I met you guys, I was like, wow, there's something about them. And sure enough, we came to understand why the connection was there. And yes, the like-minded people are attracted to each other. Thank you so much. You've been a blessing in my life in so many ways. You have no idea.
Well, thank you. It's mutual, and I really am, and I'm just excited about your future. It's amazing. I'm so excited. And we'll be to Canada. We are coming to Canada. She's been trying to get us over there, but we will be coming. I promise you, we will. We will be coming. What would you like to close with the listeners? Your moment of inspiration to the people. Anything you would like to say?
I'm going to say 3 short things. First of all, just to go back with what you were saying, check yourself in your moment of, yourself and what you were sharing with your daughter. And I would say that this is one of the things that has made me who I am. Even with my music, with the Daniel Fast, it's taking a lot of time, even if it's just 5 minutes a day, to just introspect and just go back and be like, okay, maybe I should have done this better. Or maybe my approach was in the past. Just to stop and analyze yourself from time to time and change, the things that you can change. If you don't like something, and it's in your ability to change it, just change it. So introspection is very important. And I'm going to say 4 key things that the Daniel Fast did to me. It has taught me, and even the music, to be determined, determination, consistency, discipline, and focus. And I believe these 4 words, if you apply it in every aspect of your life, you will see rewards and amazing results. These will bring results in your life, whatever it is, even if it's to lose weight. If you're determined, consistent, disciplined, and focused, you will lose the weight. So that's just an example. And my closing quote will be, do not compare yourself to anybody else. Stay true to who you are, because your uniqueness is what the world needs.
Oh, say that. Oh, my God. Say that one more time, please.
Do not compare yourself to anybody else. Stay true to who you are. Your uniqueness is what the world needs.
Oh, my God. That's beautiful. I love it. That's beautiful. Missy, that is amazing. That is amazing. I love that one.
I had to learn this quick enough because, my way of singing and my songs and the way I write is different than anybody else, And if I keep on comparing myself, I'll be like, well, I'm not at the Whitney Houston level. I'm not at that level. I will never do anything because you know what? My voice will never sound like somebody else. It's going to be me.
That's right.
So, up until I accept who I am and I love who I am and I stop comparing myself, then can I bring something new to the world that has never been done before, that has never been heard before. And that's what the world needs. We already got Michael Jackson. We already got Beyonce. We already got all these people.
That's right.
Now we need you. We need you to rise up.
Y'all
and
have a
be
moment.
who you're supposed to be.
That is so good. We already have those things. Oh my God, that is so good. People need to hear that. That is real. That's the real deal. That is so true. That is so true. That is so true. Why? Just the world needs you. It's waiting on you to show up and to put out because it's in you that what God wants the world to hear and see. Oh my, that is so good. That is so good. You are so right. People need to understand that because people are trying to be like someone else, trying to. It's okay that it was an inspiration for you, but you can't be them. You can only be best at being you. Oh God, that's
Exactly.
good.
You can perfect who you are. You can perfect, but stay you.
See, this is why I told you guys, you have to meet her. But see, you didn't even meet her. You're meeting her via voice. But do you see what come across? Continue, honey. I love it. I get something every time. No, one person don't know it all. But I'm smart enough to understand that I am open to receive and learn however God chooses to teach and give the knowledge. Sometimes people, oh my God, that's a whole nother show. That's good. That's a great way to end. I mean, that is so great. I love it. Wow. Well, let people know how they can follow you. I know you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, share your page, and your website.
All right, so I can be followed on Twitter. My Twitter name, you can see, is at me_MissyN. So at me_MISSYN. So this is how you can reach me on Twitter. On Facebook, there's my music page, MissyN. And then there's also my personal page is pretty full. So music page is really the place to go, MissyN. You can like that page, and there's going to be updates there, here and there, like whenever there's new things happening. My website is still under construction, but it's up with the construction page right now. It's MissyNmusic.com. So MISSYN music MUSIC.com. So MissyNmusic.com. For booking requests or speaking engagements, I can be reached at booking@MissyNmusic.com. So booking@MissyNmusic.com. Can be reached also in a more personal way in my personal email, MissyNmusic@gmail.com. So MissyNmusic@gmail.com.
Beautiful.
So this is it.
That's wonderful. I have enjoyed the interview. The last three things that you shared, I would like for you to. I would like to put it on my website, on my Moments of Inspirations by MissyN. I would like to put it on there, and that is just thank you, beautiful. I feel like I've received sunshine in the midst of the clouds, because it's like cloudy here, because it's raining. It's like 80% today, but I have had a burst of sunshine in the midst of the rain and the clouds. But you know what? That goes to show you're doing what you've been called and destined to do here on earth. You're doing it. Continue to move forward.
Thank you so much.
I tell you. Well, I'm going to close out with this quote. Your quote. Impossibilities are nothing but an illusion. Believe in yourself. Rise up. Be the best you can be. For giving up is just not an option. That is by MissyN.